Hey guys, Tuju22 here, and welcome to the post 64th episode special. This is the special that I had been planning. I couldn't do it on the day that I recorded, nor could I do it the day after, or even the day after that. But it's just, I had family commitments to fulfill, and I love my family, but it can get annoying. It can get annoying sometimes, but you know what? It's just that I wanted to get this done. It's just I couldn't do it until now. So, I mean, it's annoying, yes, but it is what it is. Anyways, enough about that. Let's get on with the celebration. Now, I don't have anything special in the way of fancy graphics or any sort of thing like that. No, it's just me talking about the people that I've met and the people I want to thank and the people that, those of you who are subscribed to me recently, as well as those who have been subscribed to me the longest time. It's just a way to get you to, learn about the people that I know and that you guys can subscribe to. It's kind of like a way to know somebody by having me tell you about them. That sort of thing. It's more of a celebration, not just of myself, but it's about the people that I've met over the course of my YouTube career and even before that. So, without further ado, let's get on with the celebration. Now, when I first started out, I used to just simply watch videos on YouTube, and they were pretty good, but at one point I was about to stop watching altogether because after a while, you want to watch something different. You want to watch something that's unique, that's kind of like the same, but is unique in and of itself. And it just so happened that I was, looking through, I wanted to look up if anybody had done a Mario Party playthrough or something like that, because I was missing, missing out on, because I missed playing that game, which is what I was trying to get at, and it just so happens that I stumbled upon my first Let's Play. Now, the first Let's Play that I watched, well, it's not on YouTube anymore. In other words, the person who owned the account closed it. So, even if I wanted to show you, I can't, because that person has left. But the first Let's Player that I watched full time, you guys probably know who he is. In fact, if you watched my Tuju22 Talks About videos, you would know about Slim Kirby. I told you how I met him, but it was through Mario Party 3 that I met him, and that's pretty much where my love for watching Let's Plays began. It was because of Slim Kirby that I started watching people's Let's Plays, and I have a lot of things to say about Slim Kirby, and that's thank you for tuning me in to Let's Plays, because if it wasn't for you, I would not even be in the Let's Play business. So it was because of him that I watched his Let's Plays, and I just found it, funny and entertaining and very informative, because in a way Slim Kirby kind of reminds me of me growing up, and I just really enjoyed his Let's Plays so much. It's just, I don't know what else to say about him other than the fact that he's very good, and he's still doing it to this day, and he still does a great job of it. But there's a lot more to the Let's Play business than Slim Kirby. Yes. And then, not too long after that, for probably, I think it was, since I first found him, for the first 3 months, it was just simply him But then I found another person. I found this person, if you remember the first time I talked about this person, you would know who I'm talking about already. But I was looking for a Let's Play of A Link to the Past, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past. And the first two Let's Plays that I found of it were kind of boring, actually. They were so boring, they kind of make... I don't know, I mean, they were just so boring, I couldn't even watch it past the first episode. And then I gave it one more chance, and I got to the third Let's Play of it. And the person who did it, he was very funny. In fact, everything he said just made me laugh so hard, I couldn't stop laughing. And this person just made me smile, legitimately. And it's also because of this person that I'm in the Let's Play business, and I'm talking about the great Nufi Banga. So yeah, Nufi Banga is another person that I enjoy because he does things that are so different than what Slim Kirby does. I mean, Slim Kirby can be funny. Nufi Banga is funny. And both of them are very informative. And they have this personality that could just draw people. And he drew, just like Slim Kirby, Banga has a great personality. Let me just slow down for a moment. You know, he has a personality that can just light up a room. And he just lights up my day, every time he does a Let's Play. And, you know, he just, he's very, conversational about whatever games he plays. Like one time he mentioned, the whole, how do I put this? He mentioned renting a game one time. I'm not going to say which one, but he rented a game from Blockbuster. Back when Blockbuster used to be the thing to rent video games and movies, and he mentioned that he didn't return the game until he finished it, and he got a lot of slack from his mom and everything like that. And I'm talking about the Banga. But yeah, it's the stories that the games provide for different people and their take on it. It just makes for a great Let's Play experience. I mean, you have to watch a video of a Let's Player doing a Let's Play in order to know what I mean. So, I also like to thank Nufi Banga for it. I also want to thank, what's his face? Oh yeah, H.C. Bailey. I'm not a big fan of RPG games, but the man knows his RPGs. And when it comes to Final Fantasy games, I call him Mr. Final Fantasy because whenever how do I put this? Whenever RPGs come into the fray, he knows everything that he needs to know. Well, I mean, he doesn't know everything, but he knows what it takes to win the game. And I remember I was playing Final Fantasy IV on my Game Boy Advance, and I actually followed along, and it actually worked. I actually beat the game for once, because that game is a pain in the butt to try to win on your own. So I just thought his informative style and his attention to detail was amazing. And I still watch him to this day. Very awesome. He's very informative. And let's see, who else am I going to forget? So for the next I think about five months, I think, after I met H.C. Bailey, for the next 5 months it was those three guys, Slim Kirby, Nufi Banga, and H.C. Bailey. And then they came. And by they, I mean, well, it started with 2 guys. Then it increased to 3, and now they have 4 members. But it started with 2. And of course, they would invite their friends over to play. And it's the story of, excuse me if I have a little thing in my throat. It's the story of, at the time they were 4 high school seniors. They got together and they got to play a game, of which at the time was very revolutionary at the time. And I'm talking about New Super Mario Bros. Wii. The very first Mario game in which you can play a co-op game at the same time on the same screen, which at the time was very revolutionary. I was looking for anybody who was doing a Let's Play of it, and I found them. And by them, I mean We Right to Pray. I've told you guys about them. I've told you guys about Slim Kirby. I've told you guys about Newfie Bonga, and then H.C. Bailey. Yet another source of entertainment. And what I like about them is that, being that they are young men, they do and say things that, most Let's Players don't even do. And, they can identify with young people because we can identify with them. And, and as far as co-op Let's Plays are concerned, not very many co-op Let's Players at the time, but they're one of the best. And it's easy to become enamored with somebody like that, and what else can I say about them? Let's see. So, not too long after that, I finally got my own YouTube account. And when I first made it, I was thinking of names to call myself, and the first one I thought of was The, but I thought the word The would be a bit too mundane, so I wanted to spice it up. So I was looking at other people's usernames, and I thought, why don't I call myself Teh, as in T-E-H, because there were other people that were using it. So I went with that, and then my sister comes over and says, "Hey, Jew, what's up?" Because, well, that was my nickname. It still is, but... And I decided, you know what, I'll call myself Jew. But I thought Jew would not be enough. So I thought to myself, well, what else could I put in there? And then I realized, well, wait a minute, I'm 22 years old, and then that's pretty much when it hit me. Why don't I just call myself Jew22, and pretty much the rest is history. But, so yeah, I just wanted to thank the people that I mentioned earlier. I'll be sure to put, not so much annotation links, I mean I could, but I might put the links in the description so that way you can click on them. I'll just put it in chronological order from when I met them. So, yeah, I'll just do that for the rest of the video. And, the first year I was on YouTube, I didn't have any way to make videos at all. Like, all I did was comment on other people's videos. And that was, like, back when YouTube wasn't as, antisocial, if you know what I mean. Because back then, you could go to other people's channels and you can easily comment in the channel's comment section. It was a lot easier then than it is now, but I don't know what else to say. But back then it wasn't as bad. In fact, it was a lot better than it is now. But some of the people that I talked to, in fact, I remember the very first. I remember the first time, or not the first time, but the very first person to ever not only become my friend, but become my very first subscriber, and that I subscribed to him, as a way to say, hey, thanks for subscribing to me. You didn't have to do it, but I did it anyways. And the first person I wanted to mention was, what's his face? Guitar Hero Addict 001. He was the one that subscribed to me first. He's the very first subscriber that I ever have. I'm pretty sure he's still on YouTube, but I just want to say thanks, mate. And yes, he's from Britain, which is why I called him mate. Otherwise, I would have called him my brother or something like that. You know, something that would otherwise not sound so gay or Gary or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I just want to thank him. But I do want to thank my very first best friend. I just consider this person my very first best friend. And his name is Adi Cloudboy. I'll be sure to put that in the description. His channel, so you can go see him. He doesn't have any videos, but he's a really nice person. I implore you to check him out if you will. I mean, of course, if he comments in this video, you can talk to him. But he's a nice person to talk to, especially if you don't have any videos up. Alright, who else? Oh yeah, and his best friend, he goes under the name of Mr. Dante Sino 1. Well, that's his username. Good friends. They're actually real-life friends. And then I also have another friend, and you might recognize his name when I say, you know, especially for those of you who have recently subscribed and have been watching my wrestling videos, you might remember Digino. Yes, that Digino is the same Digino that is in my wrestling vids. The thing is, when I created the character of Digino, I made him look like the logo of Fallout 3, you know, the Brotherhood of Steel logo. I made him look like that because I just thought that would be cool, and he liked it, so he accepted it. But what else am I forgetting? So yeah, Digino, another good friend of mine. Who else? We Play DS, like Wii, as in like the Nintendo Wii. We Play DS 2011. Otherwise known as my best friend Tony. Yes, he gave me permission to use his name, so yeah. Another good friend of mine is, well, her name, like her username is Sonic Lover 1997. Had a lot of good conversations with her. Of course, she's long since moved on. Not so much that she stopped talking to me, but it's just that, you know, with Let's Play videos that I'm doing and the stuff that she's doing in real life, you know, we don't talk as often as we used to, but back then we talked a lot. And the same could be said for another YouTube user. I believe her username is Legend of Becca, and of course her name is Becca, so I can say that because her first name is a part of her username. So yeah, I used to talk to her a lot, especially back when I didn't have any videos to make and all that sort of thing. So yeah, those are just the people that I met during my first year when I didn't have any videos at all. So I just want to thank you guys for, you know, making the first year on YouTube a very memorable one. So I just want to thank you so much. Of course, I finally was able to make my first video, and since then I've been non-stop with the whole wrestling thing. At first I did it, like, for those of you wondering, why do I make wrestling videos? Well, back then, I didn't have a Dazzle or anything to capture the footage, so all I had was a camera phone, and all I had to do was have the computer play the game, and just pretend that I'm Jim Ross or whichever announcer you want to imitate. But I just wanted to put something out there, and you know, pretty soon I enjoyed it, and I just decided to make a series out of it, and that's pretty much how that came about. And I've had different people. Or, let's see, I'm trying to remember what was going on the next year, like the second year or the first year that I started making videos. I didn't have a lot of fans to begin with. I mean, I barely started out with any videos, and then I started meeting some new people, like my good friend MG Blue. Yes, the same MG Blue that's on my videos. Yes, I met MG Blue. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't remember any other people, any new people that I met. Oh, right. Later on, year 2, going into year 3, I did meet some new people. In fact, I met a new Let's Play group not too long after that. And they go by the name of the Super Video Gaming Brothers. And it's a group of 4 friends. Just like We Like to Pray, they are college students, and but they're from overseas, like they're from Britain, and I refer to them as brothers because, well, they're the Super Video Gaming Brothers, so they have awesome Let's Plays. Like they too do co-op Let's Plays, and they, I like their spin on it. Like it's kind of the same as We Like to Pray, but it's different because, it's from their perspective in Great Britain. Like, the British have different perspectives on video games than what Americans, Canadians, Mexicans, the Swedish, and the Australians have on video games. Yeah, the British have different perspective on that, so... but anyways, yeah, they're a really good bunch of cool cats to hang out with, especially the leader of the group. And yes, they do go by their real names, like their first names. Matt, he's a good friend of mine. In fact, I had the chance to talk to him on Skype, and he's a really cool guy. I would tell you, but I don't think... you know what? You would have to ask for permission to talk to him, because that's the only way you can get to him, because you just have to leave a private message, and if he responds to you, great, but if not, don't expect to talk to him, because, well, it's not that he's that popular, it's just that, you have to respect one's privacy. Okay, other people that I've met through the years. I'm trying to remember. Well, for the most part, that was it. Oh, yeah, that's right. I do want to also mention Mantar 2001. He's also another good guy that I watch, and he's pretty cool. He's a big fan of my videos. In fact, he's more or less, like, whenever I feel down about myself, he always manages to cheer me up. So I just want to say thank you to him. And who else am I forgetting? Well, I believe that's it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And then I went a while without making new friends. Not that it's just that, with the Let's Play business, I focus on my efforts, but, oh, right, now I remember. I also met, 00 Rapidash. He's kind of like, somebody that can be a friend, but that could also be an enemy. Like, he's a frenemy, if you want to call him that. Like, he provides friendly competition, but, it can get, it could get intense, between him and me, but all the while he does mean well, so... oh yeah, and by the way, 00 Rapidash is... the inspiration behind the 10 character on my wrestling videos. So, yeah, if I haven't mentioned that before, there it is. Another person I'd like to mention, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, his YouTube name is Smackaderp. I know it sounds weird, but that's his YouTube name. And Smackaderp, is another cool cat. I mean, he does things his way, and you know, his style of Let's Play, as well as, and it's not just that he does Let's Plays, but he also does countdowns and other random stuff. Like, between all that, he just makes me smile. Of course, his brand of entertainment is not exactly for everybody, but if you check him out and you like it, great. If not, you don't have to watch. But he's a good friend of mine. Good friend of mine. Okay, anybody else that I'm forgetting? Oh, right. My good friend, the Man 900, and his brother Joey. And yes, he gave me permission to mention his brother Joey, so I can call him Joey. But yeah, Man for short. And Joey, I really enjoy his company whenever he comments on my videos, and I also enjoy commenting on his videos and just enjoying his videos because, you know, his videos in comparison to most Let's Players, it's low tech, but it works. And, you know, that's the thing. If it works, just do it. And I'm not doing a commercial for Nike. No. If it feels right and you can do it, go for it. I mean, what he does is he points a camera in front of the television and he films it that way, which I can respect. You know, I don't mind that. In fact, if you're starting out for the first time, and that works for you, just go for it. Just go for it. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Don't let anybody say, "Oh, well, your videos are crap because you film in front of the television." You know what? Screw them. You do it however you need to do it. Although recently I'm enjoying his Portal 2 Let's Play as of the time that I'm making this. Awesome. Very awesome. So, in fact, you might want to check that out if you wish. I mean, there's other video games that he's done already, so you can check those out if you wish. Okay. I believe we're getting to where we are right now in terms of the people I've met, and I think we're almost there. Okay, as I was watching Nufibanga's Let's Plays, I noticed that there were two Let's Players. In fact, there were a couple of Let's Players whose videos he liked. So I took the time to check them out, and the first person I found was Cole NL112. And subsequently at the time I thought it was his sister, but it's actually his wife, Colette. That's Colette NL180. So, yeah, those two are, you know, they're good at what they do. I mean, if they sound funny, that's the way they talk. So, if you think they're just, you know, being, no, that's the way they talk. So, before you say anything about it, that's the way they talk. And if you make fun of them, I will cut you. And I will drop kick you. No. But I will reprimand you, so yeah, don't say anything bad about them, okay? Anyways, they're two of the nicest people you can ever meet, and I'm just lucky enough that I was able to talk to them on Skype. Like, you know, when I first saw that he had a Skype, Cole, I mean, I was expecting him to say no. But surprisingly, he said yes, and I got to talk to him on Skype, and I also got to talk to Colette, the latter of whom I kind of talked to a lot. Not too much, but just more than Cole. But they're two of the nicest people you'll ever meet, and they're just very supportive of, you know, what I've done. In fact, they took notice of my wrestling videos as well as all my other videos, and you know, they're very good they're really good sports about him. So, yeah. And then, who else? Oh yeah, Zeo Lightning. I've heard of him through Newfie Bonga. He's also a cool cat. And then who else? LP Grotus. He's another good friend of mine. In fact, the last time I did a Taju 22 Talks video, I did it on LP Grotus. So, and of course, I already mentioned the things about LP Grotus, but he's just an awesome Let's Player. But he is just as awesome as a best friend of mine, and he has that sense of humor that just makes me laugh, and he just really puts a smile on my face, and I know he'll put a smile on your face if you give him a chance. So, be sure to check his channel out. And last but not least, I have not mentioned this since... In fact, I don't think I mentioned this at all. Folks, for those of you who don't know, thanks to... I almost forgot. There is one more person I forgot. I almost forgot about this person. Now, I lost the ability to upload and to edit the videos at one point, and if it wasn't for this person, I would be out of business for good. And the person I'm talking about is AvrilFan NF. And it was because of him that I'm back in business, and I'm as, profitable as ever, and just in time, too, because Cole, and Colette, they all wanted, they had a little vote, as in, they had a group meeting as to decide the fate of yours truly. And what was to be decided was whether or not I was going to, well, here it is. Folks, when it was all said and done, and when the voting was done, I am now a member of the Much Games crew, the Much Games Guides channel. So I'm a member now, and I have to say those guys are awesome. I got to meet my boyhood hero, well, not my boyhood hero, but my hero nonetheless. Newfie Bonga, I got to meet him. I got to meet Cole, and I got to meet basically every other member, all the other members of the Much Games crew, and now I can say that I'm a part of a group. I'm part of something bigger than myself, and it's a great feeling. So, with that said, that's all the members. That's all the people that I've talked about in this 64th episode celebration. So, yeah, I apologize if this video ran very long, but it's just so many people to thank, and not so much time to do it, or a lot of time to do so, but I did it, so I'm happy about that. I'll do my best to cut this into parts if I can, but no guarantees though. But I might, who knows? I might even put this up as its own video. So, of course, if you can't stand my voice, don't watch it. But if you do, it's just the story of how I met these people and what they mean to me. If they didn't mean anything to me, I would not be mentioning them right now, but they do. They meant a lot to me in different ways, in different times, and if it wasn't for these people, I would not be on YouTube. That's just the bottom line. So, I just want to thank everybody at some point. I know that certain Let's Players like Slim Kirby and HC Bailey, they may not know about it because, well, they're so famous that the likelihood of them watching this video is very low. But for everybody else, you guys had a part in my YouTube career and my life, actually. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. And you guys mean so much to me, and I just wish for everybody involved, and even those who I didn't mention, but those who are watching, I thank you so much for watching, but I just hope we have more great moments to come, and the best is yet to come. So it's just a reflection of everything I've talked about. So with that said, this is Deju22 signing off, and I hope to see you in the next video. Alright, peace.